Greetings and welcome to a corporate presentation for Australian Vanadium Limited. Australian Vanadium Limited is an emerging vanadium producer developing the Australian Vanadium Project at Gabanintha in Western Australia. We have a strong technical and commercial team with global vanadium experience. The deposit is of extremely high quality, comparable to producing mines elsewhere in the world. Our focus has been through our feasibility studies to deliver a project that can survive through all vanadium price cycles by having a low operating cost comparable to other producers. We're currently undertaking a bankable feasibility study, having completed a pre-feasibility study in detail at the end of 2020. The company enjoys support from both federal and state governments, having been recognised as holding a project with vanadium, and which is recognised as a critical steel and alloy metal, as well as a battery metal by the Australian and international governments. Vanadium is used extensively as steel reinforcement bar across the world and has a major impact on carbon dioxide emission when used in rebar steel. It is also used in vanadium redox flow batteries, which are supported and sold by AVL's VSUN Energy subsidiary, which aims to develop the vanadium redox flow battery market in Australia for stationary storage. The company currently has a market capitalisation of around $60 million and carries cash of around $7 million. A brief summary of the project resources shows we have a mining reserve of around 32 million tonnes at around 1%, comparable to other global producers. The mine life for the PFS was around 25 years, supporting annual production of just around 6,000 metric tonnes of vanadium equivalent, or nearly 5% of global production. In addition, AVL is unique in the position to be able to produce and sell around 900,000 tonnes per annum of iron titanium concentrate through the Port of Geraldton. Pre-tax NPVs were strong, around $900 million per year, driven by the mine life and excellent recoveries, as well as a very low operating cost of $3.66 per pound projected. This will allow us to deliver the project payback in around 6 years using the parameters shown. Capital cost for the project is around $400 million US, which is around standard for this type of project and very provides a long life asset supported by a very significant resource. Having completed a detailed pre-feasibility study, the company is now undertaking a bankable feasibility study due for completion in mid-2021. The unique mineral resource and metallurgical characteristics of the project have allowed the company to uniquely define their understanding of this ore body. This is supported by the extensive vanadium experience of the team, in processing in particular, and our innovations have led us to a processing path which will allow us to use a variation on the roast kiln process, using a well-known industry technology called the great kiln in the application in vanadium for the first time, but with extensive experience elsewhere. This focus on innovation has been supported by a range of government grants and R&D claims that allow us to define the project in a unique way. The team is ably supported on the board by executives Cliff Lawrenson and Les Ingraham with extensive corporate experience, Daniel Harris, who is a worldwide expert in vanadium processing, having worked for multiple companies across multiple continents, Todd Richardson and Samantha McGann working within the operations team, again, Sam working in VSUN Energy, and Todd with extensive vanadium experience. I'm a geologist by background, having worked extensively in both underground and open cut mining operations, exploration, and mining services. Primary market for vanadium is steel and will continue to be a dominant part of the landscape. 60% of the world's vanadium is produced and consumed in China, so the Chinese rebar steel market is a primary driver for the vanadium consumption market. Titanium chemicals markets are strong contributors to the vanadium market, having a 4% contribution currently. This includes defense applications and aerospace applications. But by far the most strong emerging market is vanadium used in energy storage, particularly in the vanadium redox flow battery. This market, while small at the moment, represents a significant growth area for both vanadium units and for opportunities within the vanadium space as the market grows significantly with global trends. A brief look at the project location. The mining project is located to the south of the town of Meekatharra, where the company plans to build the mining project and the concentrator. A magnetic concentrator will then be trucked down to just outside of the town of Mullawa, near Geraldton, close to natural gas pipelines. And there the vanadium will be extracted, the byproduct and the vanadium will be exported through the port of Geraldton. This unique layout is an opportunity for the company to take advantage of road, rail, gas, and port infrastructure near to the project itself. The key objectives for the company are to complete its feasibility studies this year, by mid-year, and to secure offtake for product, which will allow financing to take place. Qualification of financiers, both debt and equity, is underway and will continue to do so until financial close. Environmental approvals and submissions for both mine site and crushing milling site are underway, and a major focus for the company in ensuring a good job is done in lodgement and approval. This is done in the light of strong government support, which the company has maintained in the context of a critical and battery mineral status. Always the company is conscious of its social license to operate, including both sustainability objectives and working with regional communities. Just a short word on VSUN Energy. This is seen as a significant growth market for AVL. It is a 100% owned subsidiary. Its objective is to grow the vanadium redox flow battery market inside Australia. We do this by expounding the unique characteristics of vanadium flow into a range of different sectors. The application is applicable across multiple regions, and in particular where diesel consumption is high and replacement is required, where groups or companies or individuals wish to offset diesel and other carbon fuels by using long duration storage across in conjunction with renewable energy generation. The company is also developing a residential VRFB to support a growing demand in on and off-grid regions in Australia, and Australian Vanadium will support VSUN by producing vanadium electrolyte here in Australia to insert into these batteries. I thank you for your time. Enjoy the conference.